So I'm going to show you this piece of ecosystem design software that we've been building. I've improved it quite a bit in the last day or two. Michael and I sat down last night and really did some hacking. We added these arrows, we fixed the animation, we added photos. So this is actually a much more usable graph than it used to be. So let me show you what's going on here. I can zoom in here. So let's start with the human. It's a good place to start. So you can see in this graph that that all of the pieces, all the components are linking together. And you can see what's going in and what's going out of each individual thing. And each thing with a photo is a actual component corresponding to an actual thing that you can actually make or buy. And so here's a biodigester, here's a human, here's a G-towers, grow lights. All of these things are real things that you can actually build or make, and they're actually all either open source or useful source, which means you can buy them off the shelf very easily, which means if you were to build this whole system, you would be easily able to make all of the parts or buy all of the parts for a reasonable amount of money. And so let's just see, well, just for fun, we can map the system here. So here's you. Here's a human, and one human produces urine and feces. And then in this design, that urine and feces is going into a macerating toilet. A macerating toilet is typically a toilet that is used for putting a bathroom into a basement that doesn't have a drain, so it grinds up the waste and then puts it out, pumps it out. In this design, then that effluent is going out here to a slurry, and then that slurry is going up here and into the biodigester. And then the biodigester is putting out biogas that's then going into a generator, and then the generator is putting out electrical energy that is running, there it goes, that's running out of here into the shredder, into all of these things. It's going up and running the grow lights and all that stuff. So but what I'm really interested in showing you is this piece of design software that we've been building. This is just a sort of prototype mock-up, but you can see that you have things which are, I call them components, and you can drag them around. Let's see if I can get this one to move. So you can drag these things around and move them anywhere, and the connections auto-generate and move around so you can see where everything is going. And then if you click on them, which I will not do right now because it's not quite set up, but the idea is that if you click on them, it would take you to a page, not unlike this page that I made, that is a page that tells you about this thing that already exists, what its license is. This one's fully open source, how much it costs, $200, whether or not it's built or whether it's theoretical. This one is built and stable. It's been built and tested multiple times. And based on that, people know that you can get these inputs and these outputs, approximately. These are all not exact, but the idea is that if people share their performance data, then we can also share their inputs and outputs, and then we can model them in this virtual space. So let me go back. That corresponded to this biodigester over here. And the fact is that there are all of these systems that already exist, and we can put them together like building blocks and actually design whole ecosystems that ultimately are materially closed, or as close to materially closed systems as possible, that are powered just by sunlight. That's why it all works. That's why it all moves together. So I'm really excited about this, and this is just a prototype obviously, but you can see that if you've been following along with what we've been doing, we've made some really good progress. If you're interested in this project, if you're interested in this tool existing, or you want to get involved, I need connections to coders who might be able to help. You can also fund me on my Patreon, and that money will go into projects exactly like this, working towards building open source biospheres. Or if you are a coder yourself and you want to get involved, let me know. And if nothing else, just spread the word, because I think this would be a very useful tool, and we're really close to having it be available for anyone to